Hello everybody, sorry for the abrupt absence, but I am back because BEAR Alpha has a new timer. But it's not for an event, it's actually for a quality of life update. Yep, as you can see right here, a timer is currently from 7 days as I'm recording is going to conclude on the 23rd, and there's going to be a big update called the quality of life update. Quality of life updates usually are updates that improve already existing things in the game, and maps are definitely going to be one of them because of the amount of teasers we've gotten. So let's go over each one. So the first map teaser that I want to go over is about backrooms. Here it is right on the screen right now. Now, almost immediately, I could tell several differences. Obviously, it looks more elaborate and maybe smaller when it comes to its height of the ceiling, but that could just be from perspective. I think this is going to be one of the maps that really deserve a rework because it is notoriously one of the worst maps, at least in my opinion, for BEAR Alpha. Of course, it's not a terrible map, but it can definitely be improved upon, and I'm honestly surprised it hasn't already been improved upon since its release. It might have, I don't remember. But either way, I still think it needs one more rework, and I think this might be doing the job. That's pretty much it for backrooms. The next map I want to go over is, surprisingly, Brick Bay Zoo. Now, personally, I didn't really see any problem with this map at all. But looking at it from a visual perspective, at least from the teaser, it has gotten several upgrades. I mean, the entire atmosphere just feels a lot scarier and fits the BEAR Alpha vibe for today. I feel like it's one of the maps that originally would have fit the 2020 to 2022 BEAR Alpha, but now it's looking more to be one of the more modern ones. Overall, these are one of the maps that I'm more intrigued in since I, again, didn't really see a problem with it on its original version. But this next map I'm really intrigued upon, that being Monochrome. Now, if you know me, you know Monochrome is one of my favorite maps of all time in BEAR Alpha, and just BEAR in general. Personally, I prefer Alphas a whole lot more than Stars, but that's besides the case. This is a crazy overhaul by the looks of it. It's either a map extension or it's just a flat-out change. And if it's the latter, I'm kind of skeptical about it, because I do have extremely nostalgic feelings towards the original Monochrome, and I'm talking the deluxe update, I guess you could call it. And basically, this could either be a really good glow-up or an extremely disappointing revamp, which I really hope it's not, because Monochrome was one of my favorite maps, and I trust the BEAR developers with this one. On to our next and final one, we have System Crypt. And in my opinion, out of every single BEAR map in the entire game of BEAR Alpha, I feel like this is the one that really needed a remake for the longest time. I really hope they fix the lighting, because in my opinion, it's still a little bit too dark in there, and I feel like your flashlight is kind of disrupting the whole purpose of the cave system. I don't know why, it just doesn't really fit that vibe. And also, there's way too many hiding places. Even if it's kind of obvious, I still think hiding places are just kind of overrated now, and are looked down upon, the hiding places within the walls. That kind of stuff is just why would you do that? And I just really hope the overall layout gets changed, because they got some really weird looping spots and juking areas, which shouldn't really be accessible. I don't really know. I haven't played System Crypt in a long time, but last time I did, I found myself complaining about it, simply because I thought it was one of the weaker maps design wise. I felt like it was a little too BEAR sided. Sometimes Survivor sided. I think it's unfair for both, to be honest. It's not really a win-win situation. It's more like a lose-lose. But enough ranting about System Crypt. I'm just really glad it's getting a remake here, and I have really high hopes for this one. So, yeah, that's all that it goes for maps. In terms of everything else, we haven't really got much info other than possibly the VR thing. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Yeah.